Realtree's Midwest Whitetail is brought to you by Cabela's, Cuddeback, America's Best Bowstrings, Drake Non-Typical, Easton Arrows, Frigid Forage, Fuse, Grizzly Coolers, Hoyt, Hoyman Tree Saws, Lone Wolf Tree Stands, Nikon, Ozonics, Redneck Blinds, RTP Outdoors, Spot Hog Releases, Wasp Archery, Viking Solutions, and Realtree.
Well, we made it in without spooking anything, so that's a plus. But it was a little bit disappointing when we got here. Like I said earlier, we haven't been here in several weeks. I haven't been here since I hunted this set, probably 3 weeks ago. And from the Cuddy Lake pictures, been a decent amount of deer here every evening. And you could see some green in the blonde, so we thought maybe it had a decent amount of growth. Wrong. It's all weeds. But they've been eating something out there, so maybe we'll see some deer this evening. It clouded up for a little while. The sun's going to come back out now, but we've got a decent breeze, so it's not miserable right this minute. I think we've got about 2 hours until dark, so we're going to sit here quiet for a little while and see what we see. Well, pretty much nothing about that hunt went as I expected it. I expected it to be miserably hot, cooking like we were last Saturday. By the time we got in the tree, it had got really cloudy, had a good breeze. It was actually comfortable. I also expected to see a lot of deer. We had a doe and a fawn browse up behind us, I don't know, maybe an hour before dark, and really thought that was the only deer that we were going to see. And then right at last light, we had 2 young bucks come out, looked like a 2-year-old and a 3-year-old, and one of them kind of laid his ears back and walked around showing off for the other one. It was a pretty cool encounter, so it wasn't a complete bust. When I do get those pictures and get the story well for those 2 good deer that were killed this week on the big property that we hunt, I'll do an update and show you some pretty nice Georgia deer. Until next time, hopefully you guys are in the woods and enjoying hunting season. I just wanted to take a couple of minutes to share a few more details about the bucks that I mentioned in my last interview that were killed opening day here in Georgia, and actually on one of the pieces of property that Cindy and I hunt. The first one was killed by a young hunter named Connor Edwards. He was a 9-pointer with split G2s that we said we were kind of undecided on whether or not we'd shoot him. Couldn't tell if he was a 4-year-old or a 5-year-old. But after seeing him in person, he was a really impressive buck. I think I definitely would have taken a shot at him had the opportunity arisen. The next buck was a really, really good buck killed by a local big buck killing legend named Bill Keith. Bill hunts harder and scouts harder than anybody I know. And it shows in the deer he kills. He kills a good deer every year. He passed the deer that he killed last year. Found his sheds this spring, knew a lot about him, got back on him, and killed him. It's all about hard work. Both of them patterned the bucks they killed on an early season food source when a lot of us weren't hunting because it was too hot. Well, this goes to show, just because it's hot and miserable to us, the deer are still out there. They can be killed early season. Hopefully Cindy and I will be back out this coming weekend and hopefully get to hunt a day or 2. If so, we'll show you anything that we see.
Welcome to Midwest Whitetail here on the Southeast Show. want to take just a few moments just to bring you guys up to speed. It's been a whirlwind down here in South Alabama. We've decided to take on this remodeling project about 3 months ago, and it is just about wore me slap out. I haven't been able to get out in the woods and get out and do the things that we have normally done up to this point. I've been here, and it's been absolutely brutal. We've stripped the house down to the studs and the foundation and started from scratch and basically turned the home into a farmhouse. I'm not real happy about it, but the wife is happy, and so if she's happy, then of course at the end of the day everybody, I guess, is going to be happy. But with all of that stuff being said, we wanted to try to bring you guys up to speed with what's going on in our Illinois farm, our Missouri farms, and down in Mississippi on our properties in central Mississippi. So we'll start off with Illinois. We've got 4 tentative hit list bucks that we were able to get pictures of back in July when we were pulling trail cameras. We went and checked our Cuddeback systems, and we saw that we had pictures of 9 lives. We had pictures of Solomon, a deer that we passed last year that liked to run a lot with Atakim. We did get pictures of Atakim again, so we know he's in there. He's going to be a 6.5-year-old buck, probably our #1 hit list buck outside of 9 lives. And then we've got a picture of a deer that we call Tiny. And Tiny is a 5.5-year-old buck with just pencil horns. Probably would be doing good to score 120 on a good day, but he's definitely a deer that we would like to get one of the kids on, or maybe one of our buddies on that's never been able to harvest a deer in Illinois. So we're going to add him to our hit list, or our tentative hit list for Illinois. In Missouri, Cole's been checking trail cameras, and he's got a couple pictures of a few bucks that he's wanting to add to his hit list. We got a big 08 point that he'll be chasing. I don't know if he's come up with a name for that deer yet or not, but he's also got a big mainframe 10 point that he'll be chasing. It's got some splits on his brows, so he's pretty excited to get after those deer. I know that he hunted some this weekend, and they've got another front pushing in, I think, tomorrow, so he'll be in a tree trying to run those deer down and put a tag on one of those deer. And then finally, on our property in Mississippi, we've got a couple of bucks that we were able to pull cards and check a couple weeks ago that we got, and those 2 bucks are Cain and Abel. And we call them Cain and Abel because for the last 3 years they've just been running together. I'm assuming that they're brothers, but Cain is an 8 point with big long beams that wrap back around, and then Abel is a 10 point that shows a lot of potential, and possibly we may give him the pass this year because he made a little bit better jump from 3 to 4 years old than the other buck did, and so we think from 4 to 5 he may really blossom into something really good. So we're pretty excited about the upcoming season. We're a little bit more excited to get this house finished so that we can go get in a tree, but just wanted to take a few moments to give you guys an update on what we have going on. We'll be leaving after the youth hunt in Illinois on the 10th of October, headed to New Mexico to chase some elk. And then when we come back, we'll be in Illinois for the last week of October, first week of November for sure. And then depending on what the trail cameras tell us, we'll decide whether or not we're going to go to Missouri or stay in Illinois till we get a tag field. So over the next couple of weeks, we'll do our best to keep you guys posted. We really appreciate you tuning in to Midwest Whitetail right here on the Southeast Show. We'll see you right back here next week. Same place, same time, and good luck for everybody out there in the deer woods this week.
Yeah.